If you keep ending up with the wrong women, women who feel perfect in the beginning but slowly turn into emotional chaos later, then you need to pay very close attention to what I am about to explain, because the real issue is not that you are unable to recognize red flags. The real issue is that you see them and choose to ignore them again and again. You focus so much on trying to make things work, on being the nice guy, on giving endless chances, that you overlook warning signs that are clearly visible right in front of you. And this happens because deep down you want to believe that this woman is different from the ones who hurt you before. You convince yourself that if you love her enough, support her enough, stay patient enough, everything will eventually fall into place. But after working with countless men and observing relationship patterns over many years, one truth: it becomes impossible to ignore. The person you see in the first few months is not a performance, it is who she actually is. The only question is whether you are truly paying attention or projecting what you want to seeing. This video, you are going to learn how to recognize red flags early, how to test whether what you are seeing is genuine, and how to stop investing years of your life into relationships that were never right for you in the first place. If you have ever felt blindsided when someone revealed their true character after you were already emotionally attached, or if you are currently dating someone and feeling uncertain about what you are seeing, then this information can protect you from long-term emotional damage from this point forward. Think of me as someone who is guiding you honestly and directly. Every week you will gain insight into what women genuinely respond to versus what they say they want, and how to navigate dating with clarity, confidence, and self-respect, so you stop repeating the same painful patterns. The first major red flag is when she treats you kindly, but treats everyone else poorly. She may be warm, affectionate, and attentive with you, yet dismissive, rude, or disrespectful towards service workers, strangers, friends, or even her own family. This behavior reveals her true character right now. You are valuable to her because you are new, exciting, and providing attention, but once that novelty fades, you'll be treated the same way she treats people she believes do not matter. How someone behaves when they have nothing to gain is the most accurate indicator of who they really are. The early honeymoon phase always ends, and when it does, her consistent behavior becomes your reality. Second red flag is a complete lack of personal goals or desire for growth. This can be subtle, but it is extremely important. She does not need to be obsessed with success, but she should have direction, curiosity, or ambition toward improving her life. When a growth-driven man commits to someone who is stagnant, resentment builds. Her insecurity about her own lack of progress can turn into resistance toward your ambition, and over time, she may unconsciously attempt to hold you back to protect her comfort zone. An easy way to identify this is by sharing your goals early and observing her response. Support, encouragement, and shared enthusiasm are healthy. Dismissal, minimization, or discouragement are warning signs. Third red flag appears in how she tells her personal history. If every past relationship, job, or friendship ended because everyone else was terrible, and she takes no accountability, then you should take this seriously. Patterns repeat themselves, and people who never reflect never change. Emotionally mature individuals can acknowledge mistakes and personal responsibility without bitterness. When accountability is missing, you will eventually become the next villain in her story, though. Fourth red flag is intense early attachment, followed by emotional withdrawal. She may overwhelm you at the beginning with affection, constant messaging, future plans, and deep emotional claims, then suddenly become distant, inconsistent, or unavailable. This push-pull pattern creates emotional dependency and confusion, and is not a sign of genuine connection. Healthy attraction grows steadily through consistency and emotional stability, not emotional extremes. Fifth red flag is an inability to handle her own problems without expecting you to rescue her. There is a difference between supporting a partner and becoming responsible for their life. If you are constantly fixing financial issues, emotional breakdowns, or life chaos, you are being placed in a parental role, which ultimately leads to resentment and loss of attraction. Healthy partners seek support, but still take responsibility for their own solutions. The sixth red flag is a lack of respect for your boundaries. When you clearly communicate your limits and they are ignored, guilt-tripped, or violated. This is not love. It is control. Someone who respects you will not punish you for having needs or manipulate you into abandoning them. Boundaries protect relationships, and anyone who repeatedly crosses them is showing you how they will treat you long term. The seventh and most important red flag is your intuition. When something feels wrong, it usually is. Your mind may try to rationalize behaviors away, but your instincts recognize patterns before your logic does. Ignoring that inner signal is how people stay trapped in unhealthy relationships. Trust does not mean blindness, and love does not require self-betrayal. The core lesson is simple. Stop falling in love with potential and start observing behavior. Pay attention to consistency, accountability, kindness, growth mindset, and emotional stability. The right partner will never require you to silence your intuition, lower your standards, or abandon your values. They will add peace, not confusion and clarity. Not chaos. Choosing the right partner begins with knowing yourself, understanding what truly matters to you, and learning how to evaluate compatibility early rather than emotionally investing first. When you develop this awareness, dating becomes intentional rather than reactive, and relationships become a choice rather than a struggle.